Lisa and Lizzie have been together for 5 years. In January they had a wedding, but they're not actually married. They live in Sydney and Australian law doesn't recognise same-sex marriage, so their wedding was simply symbolic.
Of course there's something missing. We don't have the legal side, which gives us equal rights to all of the elements that people kind of forget that come alongside marriage. I'm here for the thick and thin with Lise, so I'd really like to sort of see it.
Later this year, Lisa and Lizzie plan to travel to New Zealand to have another wedding, which will mean actual marriage.
Eyes are 77, the nose are 44.
New Zealand's parliamentary vote on Wednesday means gay marriage will be legal there by August. Gay New Zealanders are celebrating, and hundreds of couples in Australia also now plan to marry on the other side of the Tasman Sea. That's because there's little prospect of same-sex marriage becoming legal in Australia. All New Zealand's lawmakers had a free vote, and the Prime Minister personally backed gay marriage. Parliamentary votes in Australia last year were lost easily because all Conservative MPs were instructed by party bosses to vote against, and though MPs of the governing Labour Party were given a free vote, enough voted against to block a change in the law.
There being 26 ayes, 41 noes, the matter is resolved in the negative.
Prime Minister Julia Gillard was among those opposed then and is unmoved now by the idea Australia should follow its neighbour.
On same-sex marriage, marriage equality, I doubt we're going to end up agreeing, I'm sorry.
Lisa and Lizzie's New Zealand marriage still won't make any practical difference in Australia, but having a legal marriage somewhere matters to them.
Crazy thing is that it's, from a society perspective, it's so similar to Australia. And yet one government is being really progressive and pushing it and the other seems to be lagging behind. It just makes kind of a crazy situation.
One irony is that opinion polls show support for same-sex marriage here in Australia at about 60% is actually higher than it is in New Zealand, where it's about 50%. Politicians, though, make laws. They're not based on opinion polls. So though Australia and New Zealand are often two countries that go hand in hand, on this issue, they're firmly divorced. Andrew Thomas, Al Jazeera, Sydney.